going on, everybody? Gundam Flexing here. Today I'm going to review the just completed RX-75 Guntank. Now I built this guy literally in one sitting in watching one movie. It was that quick. It sort of reminds me of the SD Gundams because the pieces and the parts were so big. But what I like about this kit is that, again, in the unboxing video, we thought that this was originally going to be a sticker piece. I judged it based off the box art, but it's not. It's actually a transparent piece. I actually also thought that these two ventilation systems here in his chest, the yellow pieces, were actually going to be stickers, because I know in a few high grades they have yellow stickers that go on the top and you apply it to the bottom. So overall, not a bad kit. Especially for one that was released in the early 2000s. We're talking like 2001 time frame or 2000 time frame. For $8, I highly recommend it. $10. You could get it also with free shipping on Amazon. So yeah, this was a good little kit. Surprised about the intricacies and the little gimmicks that this kit offers, such as the tracks, but we'll go over that later. There are no extra pieces with this kit except for I think maybe 3 extra PC caps, so I didn't really think it was that important to cover. And there are no stickers with this kit. However, if they do come with a revive edition of the RX-75, I think it would be pretty cool to come up with a couple decals. So again, like I said, the head, you can see the pilot through the transparent piece. It has 2 antennas, and these are non-mobile static antennas, so you can't move it back and forth. The head is only a couple pieces, I think 4, not including the antennas. You have the transparent piece, you have the cockpit, and then of course you have the white piece on the front and the white piece on the back. One thing that I thought was really peculiar was that these cannons are actually quite long, very long. I'd say about 3 times the length of the gun cannon mobile suit. There are only 2 pieces, the left piece and right piece, and then it connects to the back via a PC cap. If I could pull it out. Oh, better not. There it is. You can see it. It just goes right in there. So of course you do have the options. You could put it this high up. Try to get the good view. So you can't shoot it straight up, and it could go perpendicular or a little bit lower than perpendicular to the ground. Actually, this cannon is a little different because I try to pull it out, but around this, so it's about perpendicular to the ground. So that's your range of firing positions. Looking into his chest, now the chest piece is only really 2 pieces. The center piece is the piece that connects your joints together, so I don't really count that, but it's just the front piece here, the blue piece, and then the back piece, not including these 2 thrusters. And this is what the thrusters look like. So they do have pillars or like paper columns that are just shooting straight down, and then inside you can see the vents, which is pretty cool. Now this is only 2 pieces. It's just the top piece and then the bottom piece, and you just stick it in together. So looking at his chest, looking at his waist, again, this is also only a couple pieces. You have the middle portion, the middle red piece here, which is a single piece, and you have the front red piece here, which also houses the yellow knobs. And then, of course, you have the back piece here, which houses 1 yellow knob. His arms, not so much, you could call them arms, but they serve like the human anatomy kind of arms. Looking at the shoulder, it does have a single plate that goes above it. So you do have these, where my fingers are at, it's kind of movable shoulder guards. And then of course you get the elongated piece here, which could only really twist and turn at the wrist right here, because it doesn't have any elbows. And again, you also have these 4 40mm cannons. So let's see how mobile he really is. He could stick all the way around, could twist all the way around, and let's say he wants to aim and turn about like this. So yeah, he does have a good range of mobility in his wrists and in his shoulders, which isn't bad. And the mobility in his waist, it's about this far, so he can't really twist all the way around. Plus I don't think it would, I don't know, it just would seem a little strange if a tank at least the top torso could twist all the way around. So this mobility is limited, but I don't think it's anything negative. Now the chassis is very few pieces as well. It's the top blue piece and the bottom blue piece, and you just snap the two on top together. Now the front part, I like it because it sort of hangs over the bottom piece, so when you cut it you don't have to remove the nubs. You could just stick it right in there and it's already covered. At the back you could tell that the nubs are showing out, so I do have to use sandpaper and try to sand that out. And this is an actual mistake. I accidentally cut out too much of the plastic with my hobby knife, so that sort of sucks. And there's also like a ventilation system in the back, and I just actually enjoy it if it would come in with like separate pieces for the ventilation system. Again, it'd be cool. I haven't seen it, but it'd be cool if they came out with a revived version. The tracks are pretty interesting. At first I thought they could go around the entire system, but it's actually static as well, and the track is a single piece. And you pretty much wrap it around. The instructions tell you where to put what piece at what angle. Matter of fact, let me see if I could find that for you real quick. The tracking system right here. So it'll tell you which angle to put it at in the little marks, and it'll wrap all the way around, and it actually goes into the bottom part of the wheel, which is the reason why it's static, and then it'll hook itself up, sort of catching itself like a Velcro, but not really like a Velcro, so more like just a single piece into the other end. So that's how you do it. You just snake it in there. No issues with the tracking system. Again, it's a single piece, very elementary, very basic looking. This is the details of it. There it is, and just wraps all the way around. Now in the box art, it was showing something about the bottom of the tank, which is normal. There's nothing really special or spectacular about the bottom of the tank. But the wheels, I thought, had pretty good detail, especially for early 2000 kit. You have these wheel sets, which by the way are different numberings, so you're not going to have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're not going to have like 7 A7 pieces. These are actually like A7, A21, A35s, yada 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 pieces. So these, you can't just stick them anywhere you want. You actually have to follow the instructions so they'll be able to catch the track right. And you just have the side of the tracks here, and that's just more like aesthetics right here and here. And these are actually single pieces. Oh, so here you could tell that the system didn't catch itself very nicely. So this is what the bottom of the tank looks like when you put the tracking system in. I may have accidentally, oh, there it is, I just sort of forced it in there. I'll have to relook at that one actually. But again, this Gunpla, although it's a high grade, it felt like I was building a super deformed, just because the pieces were so large and I was able to breeze through this. The nub removal is what's going to take you the longest, and believe it or not, it's going to be in the tracking system. Not the tracks itself, but the wheels around the tracks. Uh-oh, what's going on in here? That's what's going to take you a long time, because each wheel has at least 3 portions in the runner. So even if you remove the runner very well with your cutter, you're still going to have to use a hobby knife to remove it, because they are at the end of the wheels and not in the inside, which sort of sucks. But overall, this kit was a blast. Again, it's very cheap, so if you're just looking to kill an hour or like hour or 30 minutes, I wouldn't even say it would take you that long to build it. This kit is definitely highly recommended. It doesn't give you a lot of options for panel lining, but I think for a basic kit to practice weathering and battle damages, it might be perfect. This kit also, believe it or not, most of the Gunpla I build, or most of the Gunpla in general, would fit back into its box, because after I build them, I just put them in the box if I don't have any display room to put them on. But this guy, you're going to have to actually take apart and put it in the box. That's pretty cool. I think the cannons here are really cool, and I really like the fact that the cockpit is a transparent blue piece and not a sticker. Well, that's all I have for this quick review, guys. Let me know in the bottom what you all think. As always, I appreciate you all for watching, and I have a lot of Gunpla lined up. I don't know which one I'm going to build next. It might be the, you know, the 79K ball. It might be the, I don't know, the Jaeger, or it might just be the Star Blazers Yamato, because I actually have that battleship. But judging how long it took just to build the mini one, it's going to be very interesting. But regardless, I'll see you all in the next video, and peace out, guys.